Hello and welcome to the Green Women Tarot. This is a reading for Taurus for the second half of January 2020. So that's from the 15th onwards. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And I'm using the Magical Times Oracle today. And I'll draw a couple of cards from this just to start your reading off with. So let's see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for Taurus for the second half of January 2020. What messages are here for Taurus for the second half of January 2020? What does Taurus need to know? I'll just fan the deck out and pick a couple of cards at random for you. And let's see what you get. You have action. Stop hesitating. Movement creates the magic. Nothing can hold you back. So it's time to get back on the horse and get into action. And you've also got friendship. Be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and really care. Keep those and let the others go. That's interesting. You've got unicorns and a Pegasus. But yes, a time to reevaluate your friendships and ask if you are amongst people who are holding you back or who are in some way toxic, and to let go of connections that are detrimental to your well-being. Find those who love you and who really care, and no more hesitating. Time to get into action. Movement creates the magic. If there's something you want to go for, now's the time to leap into action. So let's see where the rest of the reading goes. So what is on the cards for Taurus for the second half of January 2021. What messages are here for Taurus for the second week of January? What does Taurus need to know? And today I'm using the Dark Mansion Tarot. And I'll do an 8-card spread with it for you, Taurus. The first 2 cards will depict you, where you are now in your situation. The next 2 cards will highlight your challenges, or the overriding energies. And then the next 2 cards offer some guidance from Spirit. And then the final 2 cards reveal your possible outcome to the situation. So let's see what you get. So you have here the 8 of Wands. This is about action, fast moving, things happening, unimpeded action. And the Magician. Look at those 2 together. This is all about manifesting something, creating something. You have the Hierophant and the Lovers and your challenge position. Your guidance cards are the Queen of Wands and the Sun. That's lovely energies here that are coming out. You have the 7 of Cups and Strength in your outcome cards. And at the bottom of the deck, you've got 9 of Swords. showing, you know, perhaps what's hindering you, what's holding you back is worry, fretting about things. The Nine of Swords is about overthinking things, spiraling down into a negative state of mind through worry and despair. You know, afraid of possibilities. So it's not actual things, it's things that you're thinking about. It's not physical threats. It's overthinking, it's worrying about things that are connected with the mind, truth, integrity, decisions, solutions to problems. What it suggests is that through, you have to be careful. It's one thing to consider things and to strategize, but if you find that you're just going round and round with problems and not finding any actual solutions, that you're probably just going to spiral down and down into inactivity through, you know, it's going to impede you. And here you have this call to action, to, you know, the time for thinking and worrying is over. It's time now to look towards moving things forward. So it shows, you know, the Eight of Wands shows a sudden burst of energy, a sense of purpose and drive that's pushing you on to move forward. It also shows communication. The Eight of Wands can often be about communication, and it's sort of depicted here that this little male person, you know, little postal person with the mail bag. I don't know if you can see that. So I get a sense here, you know, with this friendship card as well. This is probably more about an emotional, an interactive situation, not necessarily a love situation, but a relationship issue. There's something, you know, you're wanting to say, something's worrying you. You need to be careful that you're not being gaslighted. That just sprung to my mind. And the Eight of Wands suggests you've sort of like reached a point where you've got something to communicate, and you need to communicate it. Through moving things forward, this, you know, it sort of brings you to a point of having to manifest something. The Magician is all about creating something because you can. Taking what could be a negative situation and using it in a creative and purposeful way to make something new out of it. It's all about alchemy. You've got the tools, you've got the resources, you've got the knowledge, you've got the desire to create something, the intent to create something, to manifest something. And sort of it's almost like you've reached a point where today is the day and you want to move something forward. You that self-belief there is there, that intent is there, and you're ready to burst into action and make it happen. What's your stumbling blocks? What are your challenges here? This is interesting. You've got the Hierophant and the Lovers together right next to each other. It does speak of making a commitment in a traditional way, in a bond. But the Lovers also speaks of choices. It's about choosing to stay where things are comfortable or moving in a new direction that brings new growth and new knowledge. So perhaps it's a choice about staying in something that's stayed, that's solid, that's firm and, you know, has firm foundations and is very traditional. But in that, it's sort of holding you back. It's become stayed. That's just the sense I'm feeling here. So there's your challenge is to, you know, find the courage, the strength, the intent, the drive to decide whether to stay in something that is traditional, almost dogmatic, and maybe holding you back, or to cut ties and decide to go for freedom, for knowledge, for something that is almost dangerous. So that's interesting. Your guidance card, the Queen of Wands, is about, this is she has a very adventurous energy. She is creative. She's right up beneath the Magician here. It's almost like, this card feels very staid, and this is about, these two cards are about freedom of knowledge, to self-discovery and adventure, whereas the Hierophant's about staying in an already pre-constructed, stable environment that doesn't allow free thinking. These two cards are all about freedom of thought and adventure. The Queen of Wands sort of urges you to step into your own power. She's independent. She is creative. Pardon me. She's creative and charismatic, as is the Magician. These are two very charismatic energies here. So as your guidance sort of is urging you to find that spirit of adventure and allow your passion for something to move you forward. These are charming energies. This is all about charm and charisma. It's being in your own power, being in your own power, allowing yourself to create and think independently. Wonderful spirit of adventure there. And then you've also got the Sun, which is, again, nurturing. It's full of light, clarity, nurturing energy. And it denotes success. So in a guidance card, it's sort of encouraging you to step into the light, to step into your own light and find that warmth, that growth, allowing your creativity to feed you and thereby grow. Expanding outwards, finding the light. So this reading, to me, it's all about stepping out on your own a bit. So if you're able to, and if you're willing to go with this, to make that choice to break free from something that is perhaps very stable and feels safe, but to take that adventure and explore your own abilities, your own creativity, and step into your own light, you'll feel the success, a sense of joy and success and happiness. That's what the Sun card is all about. And it leads you to new choices. It leads you to a point where opportunities begin to open up to you, and you may pause at that point to consider, to evaluate what path to take. Because some are filled with danger, some are filled with rewards, and perhaps for some time none of them will be clear. But you'd be stepped out, you've like stepping into a place of where that security isn't there, that bond, that tie to tradition isn't there, and new opportunities open up, and that's a new adventure. It also shows that you sort of, again, Strength card is about overcoming a difficulty, overcoming a fear from within through facing your own fears and doubts, being able to work through them in a patient and gentle manner, and overcoming something dark, overcoming something, you know, so it's about overcoming the beast, but in a calm and gentle manner, which creates growth and enlightenment. So it's sort of, the whole thing shows that if you're able to move in this, to take action and move in this creative direction, you may bring yourself to a point where you've overcome a difficulty. It's creating more growth around you, and it's opening up opportunities around you, and you there will pause to consider your next move. So there you have it, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then have yourself a good couple of weeks, and God bless you till we meet again.